tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. I just found out that, excuse me, my sister-in-law died this morning. 5:25 a.m. Sorry, just getting a fan. My son usually turns the AC on in the morning, but yeah, they went to Texas this morning, so I think he forgot. So I will do the best that I can today. I will muster as much courage as I can. So I think I've done all the sharing. So now we just gotta wait. People aren't used to me at this time in the morning, so this will probably be a rewatcher. Well, they're all rewatchers, but I just wish circumstances were different and I could have been down there. So stop. Jack's learning. He's learning that when my voice goes up, he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing. So, oh, I gotta send this one more place. I'm sorry. It's gonna sound weird for a second. There. All right. So, today we're talking about finding our courage. You probably did not, you weren't here in the beginning. My sister-in-law passed 5:30 this morning. So I just found out. Just got a phone with my wife, and so I'm kind of emotional. But I will find my courage. Good thing is we might get her dad sober. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Yeah, you were probably at the 10 o'clocker. Welcome to Daily Trudge. I'm Dion. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Lot of rewatch. Yeah. That's why I do it that way, so other people can. We're going to be encouraged to change. Speaking of which is the Al-Anon Daily Reflection. I kind of like the Al-Anon Daily Reflection. It's a little more in your face. The topics are presented a little different, so it's a nice change of pace. Somebody heard Al-Anon and took off. We're reading Al-Anon literature. Well, where do you think Al-Anon gets her stuff, man? AA. So yeah, good stuff. All right, let's get started. I dreamt that I was trapped in a burning room. Thick smoke filled the air. and the only exit door was blocked by fire. As I gasped for breath, a hand appeared above the flames, beckoning to me to come. I knew that freedom, light, and air were on the other side of that door, and that certain death awaited me if I remained. Still, I hesitated. How could I walk through the fire? Yeah. Well, for us, this is the beginning of sobriety, man. You know, we're a we're a people that, it talks about the hideous four horsemen in the big book. For us, they're terror, bewilderment, frustration, and despair. These folks come along at some point of our drinking, but there's a good chunk of us that decide we're gonna go riding with them. See, the thing is I've always had a lot of courage. Gosh, it took a lot of courage to approach a lot of these people in order to get my alcohol. You see, I've always had courage. It's just what did I have the courage for? Yeah. Here again, courage can be misused. Sure, it can. It's a word again, word to word. You know. Um, yeah. So what are we going to utilize our courage for? You know, um, right now I'm having to pull up everything that I can so that I can be available for my wife. She might call me at any point and need to talk, and I need to be available for that, right? Um, in this situation, it's my job to take care of my wife. So sometimes I feel the same way about the challenges I face in my waking life. Yeah. You know, we're going to be challenged with some decisions in our lives. Some of them are going to be a little bit harder. You know, I made the decision to start some AA meetings. It's been very hard to do. It's been really, really hard. It's been tough. Now, some good things are coming of it. So it's hard to just say, well, it's no good, because that's not true. Al-Anon's kicking butt. The whole point was to have Alateen, so I'm still getting what I want. See? See, I know something. Alateen is our prevention group. Without Alateen, we don't have any prevention in our schools. Yeah. Right. Even when my position is hopeless and my higher power beckons, urging me to take a risk. Let me describe hopeless. Okay. We're hopeless in the sense that we're not asking for help. So ask for help. It isn't really the courage to just go through it. It's the courage to ask for help, man. That takes a lot. It takes a lot of courage to say, you know what? I can't do this by myself. I often say that. I don't want to put this sober living together by myself. You want to know why? I'll tell you the reasons why. Number one, I don't want to do it alone. It's more fun with other people. The adventure. You get to have fun and get to know these people a little bit better. Two, then I'll end up being the one taking the credit, and I don't want it. I don't want credit. I want it to be done. Okay? I'll repeat that. It's worth repeating. I don't want credit. I don't need it. I don't need it. I already know I'm a good guy. I already know. People tell me quite often that what I do is good stuff and they love it. So I don't need any more credit, man. This sober living is about the community coming together and understanding that it takes a tribe to get these people sober. But once we get them sober, they will take your community and turn it into the most beautiful fucking thing in the world. I know this. These are people that feel guilty for destroying their community. Our sober living, the day, you know, we're going to start our day by shoveling snow and mowing lawns for the neighbors. That's what we're going to be doing. Yeah. It'd be nice if I found a house that was right next to a bunch of elderly people, and we could, then it would be their responsibility to take care of that whole fucking neighborhood, man. Oh, they'll love it. They'd love it. Okay. The freedom to be able to do that, oh, they would love it. These people don't, I mean, they're willing to work, but they don't really want to. Who really wants to work? Right? Hey, Amber. I'm up a little early. Um, so Kate passed away this morning. So I thought I'd let you know this wasn't the best place to do it. I'm sorry. I should have texted you. So, well, you didn't know her. Amber was one of the only people I really told in the beginning because I don't want a bunch of pity. I don't. So thank you. Okay. I can't read when I'm crying, so, and I don't have Al-Anon stuff memorized. I went to a meeting yesterday. They're like, everybody, you know what? There's been a lot I agree. Yeah. Um, yeah, that was one reason. Yeah. I love you too. There's been way too much death lately for me, man. It's starting to fucking hurt really bad. Especially when I have, you know, my Superman complex of wanting to save everybody. All right. I forgot that the miracle is already here. Today, thanks to Alan, I'm gonna get a little bit of. I'm gonna get some tissue. Yeah, babe, I love you too. Sorry, I can't see. And I love you too, baby. All right. I forgot that the miracle is already here. And that's the good news. That's kind of the good news. So you had courage all along. You always had courage. Okay. And for anybody that's an Al Anon, wow, what a lot of courage they would need in order to deal with somebody like me. Yeah. That takes a lot of courage. Where do you think we get our courage from? Our higher power, watching other people go through things and make it. That's the number one place we get our courage, is when we, now you know why it is so important to be an example. They're watching. Everybody's fucking watching. I don't know how, but they are. Okay. And if you can muster up your courage and do that in front of other people, then you're going to give them more courage. That's how I pass things along in this program. I talk about the hard things. I don't have what other people would call easy conversations. I don't talk about the weather. I don't care about the fucking weather. Oh, because I'm on YouTube. That's why how everybody's watching. You might be right. I have no idea where these people are watching from, but they are. Thank you, God. And it's perfect for me. Remember what I said earlier? I don't want any credit. What I love about my following is they allow me to continue to be humble. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I have a higher power who's always there for me. Okay, then they don't say this. If you decide that, you got to make that decision to let God be in your life, to listen. And you got to make that decision every day. Right? Why do we have to do it every day? Because the number one thing that works in my brain is my forgetter. Yep, I forget. Well, all this I do, people will say things to be like, well, did you pray on it? And I'll say, no. There you go. See, the answer is usually the simplest thing. But since I'm an alcoholic, I like to take it and jump before this. Okay. Oh, well, everything's going wrong. Well, I didn't do this part. Oh. And then when I go back and do that part, then it starts to work out. Then it starts to work out, right? What do we call that? We call that starting our day over. And you can start your day over any time you want. Okay. Life is full of very, very hard things. Very, very hard things. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna tout it a little bit because they're friends. Um, Sally Smith, who is she's not in the program, so there is no anonymity being broken. Okay, but it's Shane Smith's mom, and they're putting out a new YouTube thing called that. Now that's funny, and they're talking about church stuff and going over it. And I haven't been able to watch it yet, but their topic for that one was, does God give you more than you can handle? Most people are saying, no, God never gives me more than I can handle. And I don't agree with that. I don't always agree with that. I found that sometimes God gives me more than I can handle, so I will reach out to his children because that's what he wants me to do. He wants me to use my courage and pick up the phone and say, I need help. I've been asking for a lot of help lately. Not in the sense to help me. I'm doing all right considering everything. Okay. Right. And sometimes you'll ask for help and nobody's gonna say anything. Just keep going, man. You just haven't found your people yet. You know? The the sober living is all about service work. Everyone is participating. Does that make sense? No one's in charge. No one's in charge. I'm not in charge. No, I put together a board of directors, keep my ass in line. I think well too. These are very, very astute people I have on the board. I'm looking for one more non-alcoholic. I want some non-alcoholics on the board. Okay. They understand things differently. We need their ideas. We need their thoughts. But these are people with servants' hearts. Okay. If you have ever met my pastor, you'll know. Okay. I'll give you an idea what my pastor is like. Okay. When we first got together and things like that, she's like, I described the board to you and I described you as salty, which I swear a lot, right? I am. I'm salty. I will get down and dirty. Okay. And I told her, you know what? I don't mind working on that. You know what she said? No. Be who you are. I would rather you be who you are. So that's what I did. Okay. Okay. Servant's heart. She sees things the way that we do. She really does. And maybe she might not understand things, but some things, and that's okay. That's all right. We don't want her to, because that would make her an alcoholic, and I don't want her to be an alcoholic. I'm taking, I have a higher power helping me to cope with my fears and find new effective solutions to my problems. Thus, I'm taken beyond the problems that once held me hostage. I am free to act or not to act, to take a chance, to hold off on a decision, to make choices that feel right. Yeah. Okay. Now, we're talking about non alcoholics here, but it's the same thing for us. The longer you're in the program, the more decisions that you're going to be able to make. And we find that we don't have to make these decisions. We don't always have to make these decisions immediately. Sometimes it's okay to just take a little bit of time, even for the day, if you need to. Okay. I found that the only thing God really asks of me is that I do the best that I can each day. Some days I'm doing really good and I get a lot done. Some days I don't get nothing done. Or at least that's the way that I feel, right? And both those days are going to have to be okay. So I'm feeling a heavy burden right now. Oh, but I just want you to, it's starting to happen. Okay, the word is out. The word is out on what Dion's doing. I know. See, my phone started going off at 5:30 this morning. Somebody on WhatsApp sending me arbitrary messages. It's kind of one of those things people sign you up for that consume your time, and you think that's by accident. Nothing happens in God's world by accident. No, I know exactly what that is. I've been doing corporate warfare for years, and I know what it looks like. I don't gonna do anything. And now people are friending my friends that all right. None of the people I hang out with are gonna buy it. Today's reminder. Today's reminder. It takes courage to step what is beyond comfortable, predictable, and known. I never take that road. Mm-mm. Never have. Never have. Even when I was younger, when I had a decision to take the easy road or the hard road. See, I read this poem by Robert Frost when I was really, really young, and it said take the hard road. Not only that, but the hard road didn't have anybody on it. I get to spend time by myself. I didn't have to be around you motherfuckers. Honestly, that's why back then. I would take the harder road because you weren't there. Which is fine by me. Okay? I still do that. I still take the harder road. I take the harder road because I know that life isn't easy. And I know the more I learn, the more I have courage, the more I can do, the more I can be there for other people. And that is my number one job, to be of maximum service to God and the world around me. It's my only job. Okay? And that is my job in a literal sense. So it's what I get to do. You do the same. Thanks, Ingrid. And thanks for hopping on. I knew you were in a meeting, honey. Thank you. Courage is a gift from my higher power that I find in the rooms of Al Anon and AA and in the hearts of its members. Not just in that you're going to find some people out there. Yeah, you're just going to love them. They're not alcoholic, they're not addicted, but you'll just love them. They have servants' hearts. They'll think like you do. They're out there. Okay? Courage faces fear and thereby masters it. Martin Luther King Jr. Good luck mastering fear. All right. right? You know, it's not easy. It's not easy to always put yourself out there. You know, um, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I've thought of that too, babe. Um, I don't know how to put it. I don't know how to put it right now. So, not sure what I'm going to get done today. Um, might be a day of just meetings. Oh, I got my. We do have our 6 o'clock meeting, but Tyler is going to be running it. I have a meeting at 6:30 for the central office. So anybody that can join the 6 o'clock meeting, I'll be there for the first part of it. But if you come and kind of help Tyler out, I'm not going to be there for a good portion of the meeting. If hopefully I get the email to show up. The central office is kind of pivotal in what we're doing um, because now I can tell everybody at once that we need support. I tried to find it, and it turned out it was this real simple thing that I just forgot to sign up for. Yeah, usually most answers are simple and straightforward. Um, but utilize your courage in front of other people, man. You know, you're not required to. You're not required to, but that's something that I do. I like to recover out loud. Okay, but not everybody is in that position. You know, uh, maybe there's still a fear of stigma. Maybe you have a job that where people found out that you were an alcoholic, you would lose it, like pilots, doctors, lawyers, judges, yeah, dentists. All right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Peace out. And